Good morning, YouTubers. A big old howdy from Texas. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a deep breath. Take a step back. This whole gun topic, this bump stock, this whole thing that we're on right now about feeling frustrated, right? Some are here, some are there. I think anyone that falls under the Second Amendment umbrella, which is all shooters, all types, right? Competition shooters, your hunters, your license to carry folks, maybe just your range junkies who just go to the range to have fun and that's it. They don't carry, they don't hunt, they don't competition shoot, which is a category a lot of us fall under. Your will not infringe category. All these different aspects of shooters, we're all one big family. We're all under the same umbrella, and that umbrella is the 2A, the Second Amendment. Let's not forget that. We can agree to disagree on some avenues, some angles. Whether you don't give a fuck, like T.R. Pepper said, or will not infringe, if you're on that side, just take a deep breath, guys. Nothing's happened yet. That fight, I think that fight, when it hits the fan, will not probably be in our lifetime. Most of us. I think it's going to be that next chapter, that next generation that's going to have to really hit the floor when the shit hits the fan, as far as guns go. I'm not saying sit back and don't do anything and don't say anything and don't take some action as far as fighting the good fight and fighting for your rights, right? But just calm down, take a deep breath. Nothing's been taken away from us yet. We still have our ARs. We still have our AKs. Those are always going to be questionable on the table. We still have our shotguns. We still have our bolt action rifles. We still have our pistols. Nothing has been taken away from us. I think this whole gun thing has just been an ongoing thing for years as far as America goes. And the more populated we get, the more people we get in this country, the more people will buy firearms, because where can you do that in the world except here? I said something yesterday that one of my friends here, my fellow Texans, called me out on, and that was, we're a small percentage of this population that actually own guns, and I was not clear on that. Let me say this: there is a huge number of gun owners in America, right? But there is, I believe, a small percentage that's vocal or that's out there that are gun owners, that are pro Second Amendment, that actually we see and know here. For example, there's a lot of people here in America. Doesn't mean they're all legal, right? Doesn't mean they're all pro-America or they're all USA all the way. We have a lot of people here that live in this country, that live in this state of Texas. They're not all Americans. They're not all Texans, right? Just because you're here doesn't mean that you're part of the system, the plan. There are a lot of gun owners out there in America, in Texas. Doesn't mean they're all legal gun owners. Doesn't mean they all should own the right to bear arms. And some of you are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. I'm not here to argue. But that's what I was referring to, is that small percentage of, and I should have said law-abiding, legal gun owners that are vocal, that actually were that small percentage, right? There are some that they want to be part of the system, right? They want to be part of, that person says, hey, I want to live in America, but I don't want to be Americanized. I don't want to be part of the system. I don't want to pay taxes. I want to just get benefits, right? There are people that want to fall under the Second Amendment to own a gun, but they don't want to do it the right way. They don't want to do it the legal way, right? They shouldn't own a firearm. They shouldn't have a firearm. But they feel in their mind, hey, I'm a human being, so I have the right to protect myself with lethal force with a firearm, even though everybody should have the right to protect themselves in some manner. Some actually have that privilege just a little bit more than the others, and that meaning you have the right as a legal citizen to own a firearm. So that's what I'm referring to. That small percentage, not that there's not lots of gun owners out there. There are. Going back to my original thing, I think we just need to calm down, and we need to remember that we're all fellow brothers and sisters of the gun community, and we should not be arguing and fighting with each other. Instead, we should support each other in some way or some manner and say, look, we can agree to disagree on that particular part, but as far as your firearms go, I'm with you 100%. I believe that we should not lose that right, and we should fight to keep our right for the firearm itself. Now, the triggers and the bump stock, and any other excessive accessories to the firearm, that's debatable, right? Some will say we don't need it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the 90 round magazine. 30 rounds is good for me. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. You know, get them while you can. If you can afford to get it and you want to get 20 of those things, get them. Will you ever use them? Maybe, maybe not. But the point is that you feel, hey, I'm an American. I pay my taxes. It's my right. I can purchase it. I'm not raising a hoop. I could care less if you have 20 of those bump stocks. Doesn't bother me none. It's really how you use it. It's really what the purpose is it for. That's debatable too. Some of you may not agree and say it doesn't matter what you think. I will or will not use it. It's my right to own it, to have it. That's fine. You don't have to convince me. You have to convince the politicians out there, your local representatives that are constantly fighting to take those things away from you. And I'll say this just to end this. Where we really need to bring the fight to is not in marches, not in protests and down in your capital. The key is to get on these boards at the local city, the county, the state, and the government levels. That's where your fight is. Because if you notice, most of those individuals, those boards, those politicians that make these decisions that impact you and me, probably the majority of them don't even own a firearm, don't believe in a firearm, never shot a firearm, nothing. To no degree do they even, because that's not something that impacts them. I guarantee you, if you started having gun owners make up rules and laws for everyday average citizens, say, okay, nobody can use their cell phone on the street. Nobody can drive from this time to this time. All right. Nobody can go to the parks anymore. You're going to see a lot of those folks start raising a ruckus because they're like, well, why not? It's my right. You know, I like to go to the park. I like to talk on the phone. When you start banning things that they like, then their eyes open up and say, well, wait a minute, don't take my rights away. I won't take your rights away. It's a heatable discussion that I think we just need to calm down, take a deep breath. We're all family under this gun community. Let's not fight each other. Let's support each other. All right, guys, let me know what you think, and have a good one. And from Red October, adios, amigos.